What's going on with Xbox in Europe? So according to Games Industry's report, Xbox sales in Europe was down by 50% for October. Let's look into this. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I usually don't talk about console sales on this channel much, but this latest report got me a bit worried about what's going on with Xbox in Europe. So according to Games Industry's report, console sales for Xbox went down by 50% for October year over year. So that's a big drop in console sales, that's for sure. And obviously PlayStation was first, Nintendo second. So before we carry on, let's actually check the actual numbers. So over in console hardware, PlayStation 5 is comfortably the #1 console in Europe, across tracked markets, UK and Germany not included. PlayStation 5 sales are up 143% over October last year, driven by the availability of stock this time around. Nintendo Switch is at #2 despite 20% drop in sales compared with last October, while Xbox Series S and X sales continue to struggle in Europe, down 52% year over year. In total, 481,000 consoles were sold across the tracked markets in October. Obviously, as reported in this article, that does not include the UK and Germany numbers. I mean, Germany don't sell many Xbox consoles anyway, so that would really change much. UK maybe, because UK was always more like US market. Not necessarily numbers, but I guess in percentage wise. So UK was always more favorable towards Xbox. I mean, last time I checked, they were still, PlayStation was still selling better there, but the difference between a PlayStation and Xbox was not as huge as the rest of the Europe, right? So this is a bit concerning, really, because listen, I get it. Even Nintendo, reported drop in sales, right? 20%, but they are selling, crazy numbers anyway, right? While Xbox was actually selling, rather poor in Europe, except UK, like I said. And, now we've got this report saying that not only Xbox sale was kind of just, okay for the last couple of months, well, maybe except September, and I'll get to that in a minute. So now we've got 50% drop in sales anyway, year over year. And we're talking about a year where Xbox is actually doing pretty good when it comes to game releases, right? Last year was actually really bad, for first party and even third party exclusives when it comes to Xbox. Now we got a number of games. Okay, I know that people say, oh, it's Redfall effect. Not really, because on top of Redfall, Xbox released Minecraft Legends, Hi-Fi Rush, Starfield in September, and Forza in October. So that's really weird that they got Forza Motorsport in October and had no extra sales because of that. That's crazy. So I don't know what went wrong with that. Marketing wise, maybe, I don't know. What's interesting is that they got this 50% drop in sales in Europe, despite the fact that they had a massive growth on the same at the same market for September, so just a month earlier. So obviously Starfield had a massive effect on sales, and many people actually bought Xbox, because I'm actually reading the Game Industry's report for September from last month, and they talk about 134% growth in Xbox sales, for October. So that's kind of crazy, really, and I don't really know what's going on there, but I think that Xbox really needs to work on marketing because, like, PlayStation, whether they've got games or they don't have games, they sell anyway. And, I can't say that PlayStation had a bad year because they had a number of, good games too, like Final Fantasy, for example, but that was in June. June. Sure, they had Forspoken and a couple of other games, but these were not really successful. Hogwarts Legacy actually helped to push PlayStation sales as well, because they had marketing deal. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, PlayStation does a lot of marketing deals, and that helps to push more consoles, PlayStation consoles too, because they've got marketing rights for very a lot of popular games like Hogwarts Legacy, right? I mean, the sales of PlayStation 5 went skyrocket wise, just skyrocketed. When was it? January, February? When did Hogwarts Legacy launch? So I don't know. Like, I think that Microsoft needs to step up when it comes to marketing, because the games are there, the consoles are there. I know that some people say, "Oh, yeah, but Xbox is not available in some shops here and there." Maybe in some shops, but like generally speaking, Xbox is widely available. Like I see plenty of Xbox consoles in Poland, for example. So I don't think it's availability per se. I think it's more about marketing now. They really need to step up. So they did well with Starfield, for example. I've seen Starfield advertisements everywhere. They didn't really do that well with Forza Motorsport, in my opinion. There wasn't as many ads and that kind of stuff for Forza Motorsport, or maybe there wasn't much of an interest. But I don't know. Either way, when it comes to Europe, they really need to step up, and Microsoft is actually focusing a lot on States. Well, makes sense. And Japan, but Europe is a huge market. Japan is a massive market too, and Asia overall. But Europe is really, like, if you look at PlayStation 5 sales numbers, like, Europe is the biggest market for PlayStation, not US, Europe. And Microsoft just doesn't really do much here. And like, even culturally, Europe, US, not much of a difference really. So like, we're talking about, we like pretty much the same games that US guys like, right? And you can't really say the same about Japan, for example. You really need to have these specific niche games there to actually sell these consoles. But Europe overall, States, UK, really not much of a difference, right? So anyway, I don't really know what's going on there. Microsoft needs to step up, especially in a year where they've got games, consoles are available. So I don't know what's going on there, right? I was thinking about Xbox Series S, and we were all thinking that it's going to help push more consoles, but looks like that it doesn't really do much really when it comes to sales, right? So I don't know. So yeah, guys, that's the video. We'll see how that goes moving forward. Xbox is not going to have any first party games this year anymore, so next year. And so we'll see how the sales go. But, PlayStation has a huge marketing campaign for Call of Duty on PlayStation, even though it's an Xbox game now. But, Xbox published, Microsoft published game, but marketing is on PlayStation. So they will sell a lot of consoles for November too, right? So anyway, guys, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.